Auset, Isis, Isis. So many more people are waking up to her, to themselves. She is us. She's inside all of us. In ancient Egypt, in the cosmology, she's water. She's memory. She's the beginning of time till the end of time. She's the drop of blood that creates life with the drop of semen. Together, the white and the red rivers coming together. Working with her is to really begin to master ourselves. But mastery, the ascension into mastery, cannot be bypassed without her. Very often in the spiritual communities, people want to access light really fast. So they go and they start doing all the practices to reach light and love. But she is the one that we cannot avoid. Otherwise, we're avoiding the deepest parts of ourself, meaning also darkness, mystery, unknown. It requires humility to meet her and a real devotion. When we start to walk this path of ascension, as above, so below. So naturally, as we rise, we go deeper, we go down. And this is where the turbulences can start. And that's why by connecting to her and why she's coming to so many beings that are awakening is they require her in order to wrap her wings around. What happens when we descend? We meet our deepest fears, our deepest grief, the locked up memories in our unconscious mind, whether things we remember in this life or not, sometimes things that we are not even aware of that happened in this life. It can be things that happened in childhood. But as these things start to pop up, naturally our emotions, our waters become turbulent, become murky and dark. So in her beautiful embrace, when we honor her and we honor the feminine, then a massive power starts to come into our bodies, all the way down our spine, down into our roots, into our legs. We become stable. Now, if you're moving on this path of awakening, which you probably are if you're watching this, and you're interested in this ancient Egyptian process of ascension and awakening and remembering, she is the gateway to access the rising, the awakening, not in like to come out of the dream, to really harness power. She is the strongest of magicians. But in order to go down, we've got to get really strong inside, have a bear, lion heart, like a real lion heart. And what's so beautiful about working with her is she gives you the divine permission slip to mess up. It's going to be messy. There's going to be snot and tears. Sometimes there's puke. Sometimes there's shit. Naturally, it's also part of our fluid body. We start to purge. We start to sweat out. We start to feel the ache and pain in the heart. This is so important to move through that process, to feel the ache and pain in the heart. There's no way other than through it. To go around it means we go up, but life again and again is going to create situations by nature to fall in order to pass again through her doorway. There's no escaping ourselves. Beings who are here, who are beings of power, and you probably are because you're still watching this, a being of power. In order to be a being of power, you're going to have to pass through the darkest parts of yourself and stay stable. So the beginning of it is very turbulent and messy, yes, but over time, the feminine isn't only about emotions. When she's integrated, the masculine, she's able to wake up the masculine inside, which is the Osiris, the Usar, and in that there's a pillar. So yes, the more powerful you are, the more the challenges will come, you're going to see, but over time, the stability is so core that there's something lying here in your core, in your solar plexus, this area that's so stable that you know that nothing can take you down forever. Nothing is going to destroy you because you are undestroyable. Yes, you will die again and again, but you know you will rise again and again stronger and more connected and more authentic and more real. and more true to yourself and to your purpose. And when you are there in the part where you're true to yourself and to your purpose, you are bound to want to help other people and do something that's not about just doing something for you, but doing something for the good of others. This is when you know you've arrived at a place of doing your inner work. If you're doing your inner work and you're still sitting on your cushion and you're still surrounded by all the things you like and your life is a very cozy cushion of comfort, wonderful. But when you go out and you start really doing good for others, and you go to where it's messy sometimes and not easy, then you know you're really making change. Now, the last thing I'm going to say about the change of Auset is the regeneration of Usar. She supports the process of him who dies and gets scattered to come back to life. The regeneration of Usar, of the masculine, is really the regeneration of earth. It's regreening the earth. It's caring about nature. It's caring about water. It's caring about plants and trees and animals and humans. This is the ultimate stage of knowing that you're working with Auset and Usar. You suddenly plug into nature. You are aware of the cycles of nature, and your deepest, truest desires become alive in order to regenerate earth, regenerate body, regenerate